Hello, everybody. First of all, I want to apologize. This is going to be part two. I'm going to actually edit it later and put it all together in one piece on YouTube. But this is part two of you are miserable because your system is broken. If you haven't gotten the first part of it, I suggest you go back. It should be posted and by now processed on whatever platform you're watching it on. But what I'm talking about is your system. When I talk about your system is correct, your system is real simple. The system through which you function, your system of function in this world is real system. It's the way you talk, it's the way you interpret and understand things, it's the way you think. When you are not where you need to be, when you're not getting out of life the things that you need, when you're feeling frustrated, disappointed, upset, even to the point of being absolutely miserable, it's because something is wrong within the system. Many times it's the fact that you're not speaking correctly, especially when you're speaking concerning yourself and your situation. Your self-talk is off. You're talking wrong. Like I tell you, things like I can't win for losing. I'm broke. I'm miserable. I'm unhappy. You can express yourself, but you got to be under very clear understanding of how things work. When you speak, you are reinforcing an idea. You're enforcing a norm. You're reinforcing something. So you're enforcing the circumstance, or you're enforcing your power. See, the circumstance is the present moment. It's where you're at right now. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not, but it's always moving. But what you speak gives power to either the circumstance or the solution. If I'm not in a place that I want to be, then I speak power. I don't speak as if what I'm going through. People tell me all the time, you're in denial. No, I understand that there's an outcome that I control. I might not be where I want to be right now. I might not be achieving things, but I'm going to speak it as though it were. I'm going to speak the outcome, and I'm going to consistently speak it despite what I'm seeing, because that's faith. I tell you, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. Like I said in the previous video in part one, that one of the problems that we have is that we don't understand faith. We think faith is just simply believing. No, faith is something that looks beyond the moment and sees things that the physical eye can't see and the natural brain and mind can't understand or fathom. It's saying something that's beyond what is reasonably expectable. So you don't even activate faith until you get past what you can reason and rationalize with your mind. I don't need faith to know I can get up and go open the door of my office and walk out into the lobby. I don't need to understand that. I know that I can do that. Where I need faith is when I start to venture off into the space of where it's not been done before, where I don't have all the answers, where I can't put two and two together, where I can't consult life experiences, where I've got to simply trust that because I'm standing here, that it's possible. If I can conceive it in my mind, that it's possible. That's what so then faith becomes this thing that says, when you move on me, the God moves, the universe moves, life moves. What does it mean? It means that faith is this place that you go where providence is waiting on you to act. Providence is waiting on you to act based on faith. See, faith says, I can't see it, but I trust it. So I'm going to move out here in a space where I don't necessarily have all the pieces of the puzzle. I don't have the answer. I can't tell you exactly how I'm going to do it, but I know when you move, when you take that, providence is activated. That's the provision for whatever it is you're going to do. You don't get access to providence until you activate faith by first taking the step. See, the system is, you're speaking wrong, you're interpreting wrong. See, the second part of the system, after you get through with your speech, when your speech is off, the second part of the system is what? It's how you're interpreting. Some of you are seeing things wrong. Some of you are seeing things in a way that binds you. When you are looking at something, you say, I've been blocked, I've been locked up, I've been locked in, I've become stagnant. What you're saying is something outside of you has hold of you and is not allowing you to move forward and do the things you desire to do, and you've given power to it. Then you could take the same situation and say, I have a challenge, or I have a puzzle. A puzzle has a solution. A challenge can be overcome and met. You've got to be careful because you're interpreting things in a way that gives power to the problem instead of power to you. What's the second part? The third part is what? How you thinking? Are you thinking like a winner? Or are you thinking like a loser? Are you thinking like a victor? Or are you thinking like a victim? Do you have the mindset of a conqueror? Or have you been conquered in your thinking? All of these things matter. All of these things are important. And if the system isn't in alignment, if the system isn't in harmony, you could have one thing, your mind may be going all good, but if your voice is speaking bad, then it's going to eventually affect the mind and vice versa. How you interpret things are going to have an impact on. You've got to get a harmony. The harmony has to say, I have power to overcome every challenge. The harmony has to say, I have the capacity to rise up and win in every situation. I have the ability to move forward and not be stopped. I don't care where I'm at right now. I am no longer going to say I'm broke. I'm going to say I'm having cash flow issues until I fix the cash flow issues. And I know that there's a way to fix it. I am never trapped in a situation that I am not satisfied with. There's no such thing as my lot in life. I choose the direction. I choose the situation. Why? I choose it in my speech. I choose to speak power. I'm gonna tell you something. I got it written on the board. It's been on the board for years. When I went through what I went through, it's been a while now. When I went through it, I mean, I was flat on my back. It was embarrassing. It was devastating. I had been to the pinnacle. I had did things that I would have never thought possible. Here I am, and I've got to start over. But I started to understand. Call those things that are not as though they were. Don't you dare speak your circumstance. Don't you dare speak your situation. Somebody say, well, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? See, a lot of people give power to their circumstances. I give power to the identity of my purpose. And people are, what are you talking about? I was put here to do some things, and it wasn't to lose. So I don't give power to anything when I take a loss. I take losses but I'm not going to be a loser. That's the difference. Having a loss doesn't make you a loser. Accepting the loss makes you a loser. What you got to sit up and say, that was the first blow. I'm going to throw a punch back. If I get hit hard, I'm going to get up and hit harder. I'm going to fight. So what did I do? I consulted my spirit, the deepest recesses of who I am, the energy that literally guides me, the energy that is the source of my being. I consulted it, and because my spirit is connected to the Most High on a spiritual level, there's something that consults the Spirit of God, and the Spirit of God communicates to my spirit and tells me this isn't the end. And then so there's something in my spirit now that disagrees with the circumstances. You don't hear me. So I'm talking about when the system is operating right, your circumstances can't derail you. When I'm working with my clients, I'm teaching them how to change their talking. I'm teaching them how to change how they view and interpret things. I'm teaching them how to change their habitual thought patterns. Why? Because if I get you to change your thinking, your speech, and how you interpret things, your life will change. Oh, see. You are trying to will yourself to something. No, you've got to change. You've got to become. Life doesn't deliver to you. Life doesn't give you what you want. Life gives you what you are, who you are. If you want something different, change it. But you can't change it with the same old conversations. Man, this sucks. Man, I hate this. Man, this is horrible. Man, this is this. Man, I'm piss broke. Man, I ain't got nothing but lint in my pocket. Let me tell you some of the things I said back when I was starting over. I said, I am abundant. I am wealthy. I am debt free. I am powerful. I am relentless. I am dominant. I create, generate, elevate, gravitate, dominate. Those were the words I spoke to myself daily throughout the day, until I began to walk in abundance, until I began to eliminate debt, until I began to experience the development and building. I became relentless in my movement. I was unstoppable. I'm not going to be stopped. Just because I hit a hitch doesn't mean I quit. You got to understand, I'm trying to get you to something that will change your life. It's not the strategy or the plan. I tell people all the time, look, you can have the best plan in the world, but if your psychology is off, you're going to have a problem. Psychology is 80% of it. How you speak, how you interpret, and how you think. How your psychology towards life. My psychology towards life is I will not break. I will not bend. I am relentless. I will win under any circumstance. It may take me a while to win the battle, but I'm going to win because I'm not going to quit. The only way you beat me is to kill me. And if I'm still breathing, I'm still in the fight. I'm trying to get you to understand that there's a mood on a very raw and unadulterated level that gets you through things. Yes, you need to develop yourself. Yes, you need to develop a skill. Yes, you need to develop power. But I'm trying to get you to understand that there's something beyond that, that the very core and raw in the nature of everything that you are, that you control, that nobody could ever take away from you. That's something God planted in you that has given you power over everything that you're ever going to face. But you got to learn how to activate the power in your speech, in your interpretation of things and how you understand them, and in your thinking. The question then becomes, how bad do you want the things that have been held from you or that you believe have been held? How bad do you want to experience change? How badly are you willing or are you wanting it? Do you want it bad enough to really truly go out and make something happen? That's the thing, because I'm telling you, it's not about ease. Faith doesn't make it easy. Faith makes it possible. That's another misunderstanding about faith. Faith doesn't make it easy. Faith makes it possible. You're still going to have to put in the work. You're still going to have to put in the grind. You're still going to have to be committed. That's the problem. You're going to have to, are you committed? Are you ready to go out and make something happen? Look, again, I apologize because of the technical difficulties, because I really wanted this message to flow fluidly so you can get it. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to put it together in uh, one big uh, presentation. But as for now, this is what it is. And I hope that you got it. I hope that you understand that you are in control of your destiny. I hope that you understand that this isn't about ease. It's about reward. Stop thinking that you can float through and move to these exceptional levels in your life. They are there for you to take, but you got to go in and possess it. You got to go in and take it. You got to go in and take ownership of it. That's one of the biggest problems that we have, is that we're expecting something to fall in our lap. We want somebody to give us something instead of going out and possessing it, instead of going out and owning it, instead of becoming committed to it at a level that says, no matter what it takes, I'm going to have it. That's what I'm challenging you to do. That's what I'm getting into you and telling you that's what's possible. The question is, are you ready to do it? No matter what, it's going to be at the end of the day up to you. This is what I'm going to leave you with. You, if you're committed to yourself, if you're committed to winning, if you're ready to change, it'll show up in your steadiness and your commitment. There's a process. This isn't a wish factor. This isn't a push button. This isn't a magical potion. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to systematically do it. You're going to have to wake up every day and do things differently. You're going to create new thinking habits, new speaking habits, new processing habits, and all of that. What I want to do is I want to get you on a head start. For those of you who are really serious about it, I have the Ultimate Transformation Challenge that I'm doing right now. Some people have already have already participated in it, but it's the Ultimate Transformation Challenge. This is one-on-one communication and instruction from me. This is me showing you how to work on your speech, how to work on interpretation, how to change your thinking, and to do it in the most expeditious manner possible to get the results as quick as possible. It's not for everybody, but it's for those who are serious about doing something and want to see some consistency in what's going on. The link is in the box. Only those who are serious are going to want to take advantage of this. But look, I literally live to work with people. There are a couple of people who have been on here on these videos that I've worked with before, and they know what it's like to work with me, and they know that I'm passionate about it, that I'm excited, that I'm electric. It's what I do. It's what I excel at. I get results. Um, I get the results so well that even in the most difficult times, people are finding me. Some of the reviews I get back are nothing short of amazing. I mean, I've had people tell me I've saved their life. I've had people tell me that their life is forever changed. I've had people, and the thing is, it's beautiful. Some of you have told me that just simply by the things I post here that are free. But there's another level. There's a level of expeditious movement that requires you to be a part of and invest in yourself. And I tell people all the time that come to me, how much are you willing to invest in yourself? Because you can never ask anybody to invest more in you than you're willing to invest in yourself. People are going to look at you and say, well, what are you doing? You're coming to me, but what are you doing? And I'm asking you for, look, you show up, you sign up, you show up. I'm coming all in with you. Now, I'm an accountability person. I'm not going to let you coast because you're working with me. I'm not going to let you coast. I'm not going to let you meander. I'm not going to let you sit up and go, well, I'm going to call you on all the things that are not serving your plan, your desires, your destiny. This is about moving to the next level. You can't get there doing what you've been doing. I'm challenging. Come get it. Come get it. That's my challenge to you. Come get it. The question is, are you ready? A lot of people talk about being ready. A lot of people talk about, man, I'm gonna do this. I want to do that. This is what I want. I want this. I want to live here. I want to try this. I want to do this. I'm gonna start my own company. I'm gonna start my own this. Yeah, man. If you know some of the stuff I did, especially the second time around. See, I had my seed money when I started first. I had some things that was gifted to do and get that gave me seed money to just go out and try stuff in the first time around when I was young. I had seed money. So I got out there. This time around, I had $2.47 in my pocket and a laptop. My life experiences and me understanding life. And I'm sitting back here now in my office. All the things that you can see and notice and recognize about me. I'm not one to brag. I don't post my cars, but I drive something that's above average. Uh, I live in a home. Uh, I take care of my family, and I'm going through a growth spurt right now with the company. So I'm literally stretched because I'm going through a growth spurt. Every last one of my companies is expanding at a rate faster than what we can actually deal with, but we're growing it. That's the beauty of it. And I started it with $2.47 in my pocket and a laptop and a vision. Say, where there is no vision, the people perish. And see, the problem is that vision has been put aside out of desperation. That vision has been put aside out of frustration. The vision has been put aside out of a need of survival. And you put it aside and you don't understand that the actual putting aside of the setting aside of the vision has left you without direction, has left you without purpose, has left you without a sense of place and identity. And it's hurting you in your speech. It's hurting you in your interpretation. It's hurting you in the way you think. You've got to have a vision. See, I had a vision. And I start to speak it as if it were already in existence. I woke up every day and I told God, look, I don't need you to work magic on my behalf. You built me for this. Just wake me up every morning and I'm going to answer the bell. That was the agreement I have with God. Those who know me and have been around me know what I'm talking about. People were thinking I was crazy. What you smiling about? I see beyond the moment. There's nothing that can happen to me that's going to take my life breath from me, except dying. I've been through a lot, but I kept pushing. I kept fighting. I kept believing in my destiny to the point that I was talking stuff that people didn't understand. I got clients in Australia. I got clients in South Africa. I got multiple clients in the UK. In multiple businesses, not just in what I do here. I mean, in multiple businesses. I've got clients in places that wouldn't have never crossed my mind in that moment if I couldn't see the vision. Now, here's the beautiful thing out of all that. I'm not special outside of the way I think. What does that mean? That means that you can do the exact same thing. The question is, are you ready to be committed to it? That's the question. Are you ready to step out? Are you ready to move on it? Look, I want to help as many people as possible. The ultimate transformation challenge is one of the ways I'm going to be doing that. If you're serious about changing your life, if you're serious about doing something exceptional, if you're serious about doing something extraordinary, here's an opportunity to get started. This is not easy. So if you're thinking this is a potion, magic potion, or some quick trip or get rich quick, no, this ain't what this is. This is about literally changing your life from the inside out in a manner that you will be able to take on every challenge you face from this point on using the same system. On that note, look, I'm out of here. As I always say, I live my life on full. And I do that because I plan on dying on E. I'm not leaving anything undone. My challenge is to you, you need to do the same. On that note, I'm out of here. It has been a pleasure. Once again, I apologize for the technical difficulties and having to split the live presentation. Um, it happens. On that note,